What's good, everyone? Your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson is back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. If any of you guys know what's really going on, you know that there is a situation with this rapper named Mexican OT. He is from Bay City, Texas, and I'm not sure how far that is from Houston, but he's connected to the Houston rap scene. He's very Hispanic, but you can tell by the way he looks that he has been greatly influenced by black culture. He has a grill and other items, and he was on Angela Yee. I'm not sure if it's the Lip Service podcast, but when he was asked if he knew how to utilize the N-word in his music, he responded as follows.
Like, you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. What the you gonna do about it?
So many people on the internet began clapping back, talking about what they didn't like, and this and that and the third, and you know a whole bunch of people were basically getting on them, but the main person who, in my honest opinion, had a lot to say about this and was essentially defending Hispanics by using the N-word was Sauce Walker, a rapper from Houston, and Sauce Walker was actually out there doing a lot.
Hey man, I be trying my best to stay out of subjects like this and rant like I used to, but this one really be bothering me. Mexicans, Hispanic people, and the word, and people using the word, they're of Latin descent, specifically. Mother said, I sound dumb as hell for saying, to say that a Mexican or a Hispanic person can't say, use the word in fellowship. It's like saying Mexicans telling us we can't eat a taco. We can't eat tacos. The comment said, how can you compare a derogatory racial word to a food? How do you racially disrespect a white person? What do you call them? What is a food, dumbass? What do people call Mexicans when they be disrespecting them? Tacos, burritos, can be wet food, disrespectful. Racism is racism no matter how you put it. And if we're gonna talk about it, the most disrespectful racist on earth, we hate ourselves more than we hate anybody. Fraud, steal from, don't support, don't help others. See 10 in the middle of the street, mother getting ate by a mother grizzly bear and keep running. A white person to jump out and try to fight a Mexican to try to stab them. Don't put out their phone and record you die and suffer for views. But you have the audacity to say that Hispanic people shouldn't say the word.
Now again, like I don't really like Sauce Walker. I mean, he got some good flows, don't get me wrong, I hear some of his freestyles, but you know he's just not for me, right? And you know how you know you don't really like somebody by the way they be talking and stuff they be saying, and then you know he was on the doing the OnlyFans thing. I thought that was a little bit lame. And then this, right? And I'm like, okay, that's the energy I was feeling about bro. Alright, so people started coming after him like, yo man, you know you out here basically saying it's okay for the Hispanics to say the N-word and you are now throwing this back on blacks. Like, why are you throwing this back on blacks? This don't make no sense. I mean, you sound like a buster for what you're doing. And you are a buster for what you're doing. Like, this is some buster type stuff, right? So then you know basically what dude did was he found a way to come back and clap back at Mexican OT after the fact.
Man, kid that did Sauce Walker. I did an interview last night. Shout out to my boy There's a project. He'll be dropping some. The subject at hand, Mexican OT. See, now at first when I was speaking on what I was speaking on, I was only talking about the say cheese with the girl and all that, say cheese. My bro Denzel showed me the interview and showed me exactly verbatim what Mexican OT said on the interview on the podcast with all the women. OT, bitch, you wrong. I'm gonna tell you why you wrong, look, but I'm gonna tell you why you wrong, OT. And you got a black brother. That's what you partially was finna get into, but you didn't want to get into it. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole 50% black brother, real little your brother, so you should feel 100%. He should feel, a motherfucker feel what I'm saying. What about this part? I ain't fucked up with you about saying, can you say, and because you grew up with us, went through with all this, you love us, you been through everything that through, so that's why you feel you say you can say. The problem and the issue is the fact when you say in a room full of women, is there any black niggas in here? Well, if it is something to do about it, That's where you at, brother. That's where the disrespect is. Because, OT, you know, if you was in a room full of violent, Houston full of violent, like myself, TSF niggas, any really from the H like that, and we was having that conversation, and you said it in that way. Y'all said, because who's gonna do shit about it? In the room raising their hands saying they want to fight you. You know that. You know how this down in Houston. You a Texas Crip. If a come up to you and say, Mexican OT, you ain't no Crip. And what you gonna do about it? You gonna want to fight about this. The room gonna say, who ain't what's squabble? And that's where the disrespect and the fucked up part is, OT. Because at the end of the day, you know there's nothing but women in that room. There's a bunch of girls in that room. It wasn't now violent that come from where you come from and been through what you've been through, or that's from somewhere else that's gonna disagree with you and with that statement to the point to where they'll fight you about that or they'll do something about that. So therefore, that's what people in the general public gonna take it like that's hoe shit, because you're doing something in the setting where people are gonna consider it, where it's safe to say that right then and right there. Would you possibly say that around a room full of
Let me just say this, if you're going to be out there singing and talking about things you don't know anything about, perhaps you should get all the information. We all make mistakes, I've done it before. But at least you can get the information. You want to know what he did. He went out there and started singing for Hispanics, and now you want to clean it up. You have a problem with Mexican OT, see? That's the problem, because once you start letting people say whatever they want about you, they will become disrespectful, so the fact that they can use the N-word makes it difficult to know when to be like, oh okay, well I need to turn off my stuff here. No, they will think you don't deserve respect, so what will you do about it? For example, if it had been another group, could you hear him speaking negatively about Jews, certain Asians, or other Hispanic groups? He knows better than to say that, so now you're saying, oh, okay, if he was in there with some black dudes, what are they going to do about it? Look, even if you all want to make a threat outside of here, because how many dudes in hip-hop have been shot, is what he is clearly saying. Like I'm going just tell you like this recently, I talked about a YouTuber that killed another YouTuber for doing a copyright strike, so it's just not like you know it's dangerous just for a person that's a rapper. Nah, it's dangerous for a YouTuber. So what Mexican OT is like, look, I know what I'm about to say, what you going to do about it, and if you want to confront me, any of y'all, even if I don't know who you are, it don't matter, that means I don't think you're going to do nothing about it, cause y'all so soft you're not going to do nothing about it, you would rather kill y'all yourself than attack me, and you know what, he probably won't be wrong, and again Sauce Walker, you ain't standing on nothing, no, don't nobody respect you, and furthermore, you know the Mexican OT dude, here's what I don't agree with, if you felt like that you and him recorded, I believe, an album together or something together, y'all did a project together, this is going to sound controversial. But if that's who you know, you don't think you should call that dude? I mean, you really shouldn't have said nothing in the first place based off what you said the first time, but you called the man the B word and all that, and I'm not sim Mexican OT at all, trust and believe that, but I do think that's lame, as I don't know what now you trying to check somebody after you didn't get the information wrong. No, what happened was them black people from Texas and everybody else start getting on. You're behind in the comment section on TikTok, checking your ass, now all of a sudden you want to clean it up, this why you can't trust a dude like Sauce Walker, man, I'm telling you, man, dudes like that, they don't stand on anything. You would be like, oh man, Sauce Walker, this man, those dudes, I told you, bro, it's just trash, all trash, you can't trust them on anything, point blank period. You can't trust them ever. You should never trust them. Now you want to clean it up, and I guarantee you, if you see Mexican OT, oh man, you know you were wrong for that. What if you start turning up? You understand what I mean, man. I was just saying that even though you feel my emotions, you want to say that you wouldn't do that in person. The reason they're doing that is because you gave them permission to say it in the first place. You can't let people disrespect your community and then get upset when they do it. Oh, you're going too far. What do you mean? So, guys, what you do is your boy Shady DJ Jackson is back at it again with a new installment of the Celebrity Garbage Show. Thank you for your support, and click the bell to leave in music now.